After making some pretty solid moves through the offseason, getting a new offensive coordinator, things looked pretty business as usual for the New England Patriots, and then the Mac Jones trade rumors dropped. Going to be a bit more of a rant style video going on this week, but as a New England Patriots fan, a bit of a reaction to the Mac Jones trade rumors, the general frustrations that I have with this potential move, with even just the surfacing of this really, and the broad strokes of what's kind of going on, what has gone on to lead up to this moment. First things first, let's take a recap of Mac Jones' career so far. First round pick, number 15 overall out of Alabama, where he was a national champion, a Heisman contender, a very successful college career, and then going on to be a really solid and very successful rookie. Was the second place finisher for the Offensive Rookie of the Year behind the one and only Jamar Chase, and then making the first playoff appearance for the New England Patriots since the departure of the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady, and then making the Pro Bowl, having a really exciting first rookie season. Things looked very promising. Offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels then decides to go to the Las Vegas Raiders, become the head coach there, and then Bill Belichick makes the decision out of, I don't know why. I think there were a ton of potential options on the table, but deciding to allow former defensive coordinator and former Lions head coach and then assistant back in New England, Matt Patricia, to be the offensive play caller, as well as association with Joe Judge, a former special teams play caller for the Patriots, was a Giants head coach, then returned very likewise to Patricia as an assistant, and things didn't look good last season. Mac Jones starting the season off so-and-so with new play callers and some new faces and some new players and some just general regime change things, and then getting hurt in the Ravens game, suffering a high ankle sprain that sidelined him for a few weeks. The offense looked pretty good, very respectable, honestly, for Bailey Zappi, his backup, rookie out of Western Kentucky. Looked pretty solid. I'm going to give the kid his props. The offense looked like it was built to run very efficiently with Zappi. Not a lot of, risky calls. It looked like, he was just out there to execute, find his open man, and then keep things moving. Very simple, straightforward. Not really a lot of audibling going on. Monday Night Football happened. Zappi is the starter walking into the contest, if I'm not mistaken. Plays all right the first couple of drives and then throws a bevy of interceptions. Mac Jones comes back out on the field, still recovering from his ankle. And then there's just a general wish-wash at the quarterback position for what looks like about a week and a half, where there's a controversy over who is going to start, and then Mac Jones effectively gets the job back. And the rest of the season, the play calling just got worse and more predictable and just more dysfunctional. There was visible frustration from Mac Jones on the field with the play calling and with the decision making and the ineptitude of the offense. And there were just real few times that the Patriots offense looked like it was comfortable and moving with rhythm and moving with pace and moving with urgency. And then again, the Patriots missed the playoffs. It just didn't surface into anything. The defense, meanwhile, played great. One of the better defensive units. Bill Belichick absolutely knows what he's doing with the defense. Props to him. But fast forward now, after some moves have been made during the offseason, Lamar Jackson is out there in the world trying to make deals and whatnot. And then the report drops from Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk that the New England Patriots have indeed been shopping Mac Jones to multiple teams around the NFL. Not only just the Baltimore Ravens and maybe a potential trade deal for Lamar Jackson, who is a proven winner and a very successful quarterback, but also to the Houston Texans with the Nick Caserio connection, to the the Las Vegas Raiders with Josh McDaniels, his former offensive coordinator, as well as the Washington Commanders, who look like they're very much so in need of a quarterback, as well as another team, if I'm not mistaken. So 5 different teams being named within some of these reports. And honestly, it's a little bit disingenuous to the efforts that Mac Jones has put forward. On one side of things, like, Mac Jones played very well his rookie season. The trajectory was there. He looked very promising. Things were heading in a very good direction. And then the decision to allow a inexperienced offensive play caller to lead the offense and to try to develop this promising young quarterback into a better NFL starter, completely plateauing, if not regressing a little bit within that season, and then the decision to go, well, maybe we're just going to cut bait on the guy, where maybe he's just not working out. This isn't a failed quarterback prospect that's shown no real promise and no real progression. This guy showed time and again that he was coming in very professional, wanted to be a solid and very good NFL quarterback, and has done nothing but put in that effort and put in that work. And this kind of getting the rug pulled out from underneath him. Would I be shocked if Mac Jones requested a trade after this news coming out? Not necessarily. Would I be shocked if he's still the quarterback of the New England Patriots come week 1? I probably wouldn't be shocked there either. It's just a little bit disingenuous to the effort and to the promise that Mac Jones showed in year 1 to hamstring him in year 2 and then go, well, you couldn't elevate an offense that wasn't going to be good, and you couldn't elevate it to the heights of, a playoff contending team. I mean, I think it's a lot to ask with a regime change, new playbooks, second season in the NFL, and now going into his third season with another offensive coordinator, a new playbook. Again, just pulling the rug out from underneath Mac Jones once again. However you feel about Mac Jones as a starter, whether you think he's an average player, whether you think he's great, he's phenomenal, or you think he's just bad, I don't think he's bad. I think he's a serviceable, at worst, starting quarterback for the NFL level. I think he should very well be a starter for an NFL team this upcoming season, whether it's in New England or not. But unless the New England Patriots are going to get Lamar Jackson, I don't know that it does any good for Mac Jones, or it doesn't do any good for the organization to trade him elsewhere. At the very least, Mac Jones, again, is a playoff quarterback, has taken a team to the playoffs. The defense is always there for the Patriots. Bill Belichick knows how to build a defense, but when it comes to the offensive decision-making as of late, there's just general tension there. Robert Kraft knows this. There's been reports that there is tension between Kraft and Belichick that was pretty evident at the last owners meeting. So it looks like offense is absolutely becoming a bit of an issue between the ownership and the management/coach. Obviously, the offense over the last few seasons post-Brady just hasn't looked really up to snuff. Again, 1 playoff appearance, no playoff wins since Brady's departure, and Belichick without Brady does not have a tremendous track record. Would I be shocked that the conversations ramp up once again? Is Bill Belichick on the hot seat? Well, after these kind of moves on the offense, it wouldn't be terribly shocking. I'll just say that much. Again, more of a rant style video. I'm just kind of riffing here, but man, I just think they've kind of done a disservice to Mac Jones. I think they've kind of just pulled the rug out from underneath him. I think that he did show some promise, and to put a lot of blame on him in year 2, again, I think it's just generally disingenuous. The Matt Patricia experiment failed. It is what it is, but I don't think it was Mac Jones' fault in the slightest. I think that it was just a bad decision from the upper management, so to speak, that now you're taking things out on your quarterback who can only work with what he's got. So, I don't know. That's just my general ideas, my thoughts on the Mac Jones situation. I think it's just kind of not great all around. And look, whether or not Mac Jones is the quarterback for the New England Patriots, here in a few weeks, the Patriots do have the number 14 overall pick in the NFL draft. Who knows, maybe they could be going further into the offense and going to get one of these wide receivers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zay Flowers, and Jordan Addison have all had interviews with the New England Patriots, or have them scheduled with the New England Patriots over these next coming weeks. I'm going to be very interested to see what they do come draft night, just like the rest of you. And I'm curious to see how this Mac Jones situation continues to develop. Things don't typically just leak out of New England. Things don't typically just come out of New England like this without, there being some level of control, right? This regime, so to speak, doesn't necessarily just let things out. So for this kind of story to leak this close to the NFL draft is a big deal. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course get the bell on to know every single time I'm dropping a video. My name's Tristan Rines, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Adios.